want to know it. So what happens is they start to educate you. As I mentioned, they tell you things like add a microphone jack by educating you. And then what happens is you start to have a conversation with them. And you start getting excited. They get excited. They become evangelists. They become product ambassadors for you, brand ambassadors for you, because you're building on that community and making it happen. And that's important. Lots of things in terms of numbers. The thing I want to point out to you the most is right here. Eyeballs and ears versus hearts and minds. This is a game not of numbers. In fact, if some of you work with your marketing teams where people are trying to go for the viral video, stop it. Stop it. Quit wasting your frickin' time. This isn't about numbers. This is about building a community. It's about building hearts and minds. As fast as they come to you, as fast as they will leave you. What was the #1 viral video last year for a corporation?
Old Spice.
No, wasn't Old Spice. Close though. Skating babies. Evian. Very few people even know that. Spent millions of dollars. Didn't do anything for their sales. Don't drive those kinds of things. It's about building community. That's what social media is about, engagement. You know, I think it's funny, everyone's now listening. We're listening to our customers. What the hell were you doing before? We should have been listening all the way along. In fact, companies that do listen to their customers and pay attention and act on it actually do pretty good. How are you incorporating that in everything that you do? So people talk about engagement being the new return on investment, and it is. In fact, a lot of times the financial people will come to you and say, hey, what's your return on investment for all this stuff, Jeff? And I say, I don't know. You tell me what the return on ignoring is. I'll tell you what the return on investment is. Because you can't ignore what's going on. You have to participate. It's part of what you have to do. Now, some people say, well, you can't make money from it. And I say, oh, that's bullshit. Absolute bullshit. You can't make money on it. In fact, I remember when we launched the ZI-8, which is right down here. I see one right there. When we launched it, the Boston Globe actually wrote an article. It said, one of the best products that they've ever seen. One of the 3 greatest products of the year. The iPhone, the Android phone, and the ZI-8. But what marketing genius came up with the name? I agreed. I thought it sucked. In fact, he said the name is dreadful and lame. Does that mean the same thing here in the UK? It means it sucks, right? Called the team together. I said, team, please tell me what. I said, we can't do this again. I said, we name our products the A's, the B's, the C's. Now we're up to the Z's. What are we going to do? What's the next product name? The AA, the BB, the CC? We've run out. I said, when's the next product coming out? They said, it's coming out in 5 months, Jeff. It's CES, the Consumer Electronics Show. I said, what is it? They showed it to me. This was it. I said, this is the new pocket video camera? And they said, yes, this is the new pocket video camera. I said, what makes this so much special than the ZI-8? And they said, well, it's waterproof. I said, you're absolute kidding. This will teach you guys. You should have brought me a pitcher of water like I asked. And I said, I said, it's waterproof. I said, that's freaking phenomenal. That's phenomenal. I said, who makes a camera like that? They said, no one. I said, we're going to be the first one with this. I said, this is awesome. What are we going to call it? The ZX3. I said, you got to be kidding me. We can't call it the ZX3. I said, no, we're not. I said, we're not calling it the ZX3. In fact, before we get out of here, we're going to come up with a name. And someone said, well, how about we have a contest? I said, what kind of contest? They said, how about we do a contest on Twitter? I said, that's phenomenal. We'll crowdsource it. That'd be awesome. I said, what would we do for a prize? And they said, well, what we'll do is we'll bring the people to CES, the Consumer Electronics Show, for the week. And we'll name the person the mother or the father of the product, depending on who they are, right? And Jeff, you'll be able to, call them up at the press conference, put your arm around them and make the announcement, call them the mother or the father. You'll take them on the Today Show with Al Roker, and you'll do the whole thing on TV and everything, as you normally do. And we'll do that, and it'll be great. And, they said, Jeff, we can also do this. We'll put a picture of the person that names the camera on the box or in the box, depending on what they look like. Right? I mean, think about it. I mean, we're marketers, not social workers. So, well, by the way, these are the 2 guys that we named.
In the box.
They're in the box, yeah. Let's just say that they're nice personalities, guys. Didn't meet our demographics. So I said, that's fabulous. Let's go. That's fun. That's fun. We'll tweet it out. Let's go. And they said, no, we can't do that yet. And I go, why? They go, legal. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, legal, those sneaky bastards. They said, we have to run it by legal first. I said, what do you mean? They said, well, we have a person who's in charge of contests. I said, what? We have a person in charge of contests. We do like 4 or 5 contests a year. What, are we going to add another one? Ooh, workload. I mean, come on, I want that job. And they said, no, we have to do that, otherwise there's a fine if you don't get the proper paperwork filled out. I said, how much is the fine? And they go, no one can tell me. I said, how long? They said, it takes weeks. I go, bullshit. We don't have weeks. We got to do it now. We got like 5, 6 days before we have to give it back to packaging and work out all the legal stuff with the name and make sure all the clearances. I said, we're going. And they said, well, what happens when we get fined? I said, let's imagine it's $50,000 for a fine. I said, I don't care. It's worth it. We'll get a press release out of it. We're fighting for the people. It'll be great. We can stand up. It'll be good. Let it fly. It's worth it. So we did. We tweeted it out. In a matter of days, in 4 days, we had thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands. We had 28,000 names were submitted in 4 days. More people came to our website and actually commented on our website during the contest than the entire history of our website up to date. Up to the day. Unbelievable. My favorite name was the Pocket Rocket. Unfortunately, I couldn't call it that. I wanted to so bad. But that would have been like a 3-day HR seminar at Kodak. The name that we ended up with was the Kodak Play Sport. And eventually the ZI-8 became the Play Touch. Because we want you to play. You want to have sport, you want to have touch. The fine, anybody want to know what the fine was? $300. Or 3 pheasants. $300. Amazing, amazing in terms of what you can do. Okay, people should never